Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Movie Buzzer. I am back again. I am actually just trying this out to see, because this is kind of random to see if anybody joins, joins the stream or not. Um, Kids actually are going to bed because of school and everything, so wife's in bed, so therefore I was like, why not pop on here and see if I can talk about this real quick, because I have what if you've seen my previous movie buzzer, I finally watched the Suicide. I did watch the Suicide Squad when it came out, and I'm actually ended up watching it for a second time. Um, I did watch the movie for a second time to get a better feel for it. I actually watched the original Suicide Squad be right before it, so I kind of wanted to get a feel for both movies because I felt like the Suicide Squad, it was kind of around where I felt the first one was. So therefore, I was like, why not? I'm gonna try it again. And the second time around, I actually enjoyed the movie better. Um, I really did enjoy this movie better the second time. I still personally I can't get over the Starfish ending with Starro the Conqueror or whatever his fucking name is. I can't. It's hard for me to get over that. But the rest of the movie is actually fine. The jokes landed a little bit better the second time with me, and I think mostly probably because I did have my wife next to me watching the movie with me. Um, and she actually enjoyed it as well. But she was just like me; she felt the Starro character, the big starfish, was just that's corny. That's you know they could have probably. I feel they could have done something better than that. Maybe could have made the thinker a little bit better and maybe had him as actually the main villain of the movie instead. Or I mean, a lot of people are even saying that the John Cena Peacemaker character was the villain. But anyway, topic of the thing is the DC is dead. Um, the reason why I feel I did that and everything with this title is because this movie only made $26.5 million in its opening weekend, which is one of the lowest of this DCEU. Um, Hell, Birds of Prey made 33 million in right before the pandemic hit. That was its opening, and then I think it only went on to make like maybe 89 total, grand total, and I mean it was a bad movie all the way around. In fact, it's been a while since I did a DCEU ranking video. So actually, this Wednesday, guys, I will be having a new ranking of the DCEU coming out, and I will rank where I'm going to put Suicide Squad, where I'm going to put the original Suicide Squad, and all other ones that have came out since then. Wonder Woman, Birds of Prey. I think Shazam and Aquaman were in my original one. So you got to think though, movies change from time to time. People's feelings of movies change also from time to time. So it will be different than the previous ranking that I did. But they have came out and said that they're going to rehaul it now, rehaul DC, because they've now had 3 failures in a row with Birds of Prey, Wonder Woman 84, and now the Suicide Squad. Even though people love the Suicide Squad, it's got a great Rotten Tomatoes rating between the critics and um, the fans, the audience. It's great among them, but what killed it was HBO Max. Plain and simple. I mean, HBO Max killed the fuck out of this movie because a lot of people were like me. I didn't really gravitate to it because of the trailers, so therefore I watched it on HBO Max to get what I wanted out of it, and because I already paid for it, so why not? So shit. Um, but it was still would have I probably would have still seen it. I would have seen it in theaters if it would not have been on HBO Max. And I think most of you guys agree. Just leave it in the comment box below. Keep leaving it in the comment box, guys, and let me know what you guys think. Would you have seen it? Would you have seen it in theaters if it was only there? And I think it would have made more. I would have probably, if no HBO Max, I say the Suicide Squad would have probably been a 50 $50 million, 50 million movie. Elite, well, that's like basically saying it's double. No, I would say 40. it would have still made 40 million. In a post-pandemic world, that is kind of all right, but still, in the end, it's not going to help it. This series, and so they're now wanting to, of course, they've been wanting to rewrite DCU anyway. Even before, for fans, the Zack Snyder cut and this, they love it. They want more of this. They want more of it. But the thing is, that's because these are the older fans that want this the most. So therefore, they want their darker universe. They want the blood, the R rating. But the thing is, you don't make money that way. And most companies, and they're actually looking at even making it where a lot of movies won't be R rated anymore. Just because they're not financially, they're not going to be great in making movies. The only R-rated movies that you might end up having are going to be horror, and that's it. I don't think we're going to get hardly any more R-rated movies, just because studios don't want to back. And they're like, okay, you lose half your audience with that. So why am I going to back an R-rated movie? So I got a feeling we're going to lose a lot of R-rated movies from here on out. I don't think we're going to get that as much, and because a lot of people think Deadpool is going to be R-rated, and I'm sorry, I don't think Deadpool 3 is going to be R-rated. I got a feeling that Disney is going to be like, nope, we are going straight PG-13 this bitch. You'll get that one F word, and that'll be it. In fact, they've already went in and they actually cut a Marvel What If episode because they felt it was too dark, and it was a Spider-Man one at that, and it was from what I read, it was the one where he becomes the Man Spider. They were going to make a What If episode with him becoming Man Spider, and now we're not getting it. We might get something of it, but I don't think we're going to get it at all. Maybe later on down the line, maybe they'll realize, hey, we're going to go put this out. But if you're joining the stream, make sure you're just you're leaving a comment. Let me know what you guys think. I put everything on the screen and everything. Again, I just wanted to kind of see where this went tonight on here, but I think DC is going to move on. Their next DCEU movie is, I believe, The Flash. Well, no, it's The Flash or Black Adam. But they got Flash, Black Adam, Shazam, all part of DCU. Flash is going to be their rewrite. But here's the thing. Is that Flash director working with the Black Adam and the Aquaman and the Shazam directors? Because I'm pretty sure they ain't. So therefore, they're going to kind of, it's still going to be a fucking jumbled mess until they get one person to go in there and make it a cohesive, stream. Okay? It's okay to have different directors for these movies, but you have to have somebody who is overcharge everything. Okay, you have to make sure you're doing this, and this with this character. Otherwise, it's going to be all fucking trouble mess, and it's going to be. It's really going to be. Aquaman, it had only one reference to what happened before, which was Justice League. What happened in Justice League when they stopped Steppenwolf. That was the only fucking reference in that movie. Shazam, the reference it had was with the Batarang and Superman. But they never showed Superman's face. You can have that Batarang, I guess, show up with a different Batman. So Shazam could actually probably go with different take. Black Adam will be with Shazam, so it'll be there. So they could actually probably rewrite it, but it all depends on how Flashpoint goes with the Flash. But I got a feeling they're going to go, since they are filming the Flash right now. I know most of it probably has already gotten filmed in the direction that they're going, but I don't think it ain't gonna last. It's gonna still be a jumbled mess. You could have Flash, it'd be a great fucking movie, and then people are gonna go in and just bash the fuck out of it. I mean, just plain and simple. Because it's not going to be cohesive. It might fix the problem, but like I said, with you having 3 other DC movies coming out after that, and I know they're not working with people in the Flash, it's going to be a mess still. And so we're going to be having a mess of this DC for at least a couple more years. They might now go in and say, okay, we're just going to restart every fucking thing. Who knows even what this fucking Batman, the Batman movie that comes out in March, what it's going to be, how it's going to be. If it's received well, I can see people jumping all over, okay, make a universe out of this, make a universe out of this. And I just feel that's what's going to end up happening. If you're in the stream, by all means, send me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions, pop it in there. We'll go over it. Or should I say, I'll go over it. I'm the only one here. Because I'm just trying out a different thing tonight since I'm the only, since I had time to actually get on tonight. But it just, after 3 failures, it's like, it's not looking good for this franchise, for this series. And because Wonder Woman 84 just was fucking awful. Birds of Prey was awful. This movie was great. I actually enjoyed this movie. It wasn't great, because I do have problems with it. There is things I don't like about it. But I can actually even pick parts in my favorite DCEU movie that I don't like. So, I mean, they all have issues. Don't get me wrong. They all have issues. In fact, I watched the original Suicide Squad, like I said, before this one. Before my rewatch of this one. You take out the fucking Joker in that movie. Get over the fucking bad CGI and some of the stupidness of the Enchantress that she did. It's not that bad of a movie. I enjoyed most of that fucking movie with the exception of every fucking thing to do with Joker. Everything. It bugged the fuck out of me. Because to me, Harley was more Harley in the first one. I liked Will Smith's character as Deadshot. And you got more connection with the Suicide Squad in the first one. Where the second one, you don't have as much, but there is moments where they do, they have their connections. I love Idris Elba in the new one. I thought he is the best character. I didn't like Harley as much in this one that I did in the first one. This first Suicide Squad was the best Harley we've gotten out of Margot Robbie. I mean, she does the character great regardless, but I personally like how she played Harley in the first one. That was more Harley to me. Not Killer Croc. King Shark in this, Sylvester Stallone was funny. Because he was dumb. He's supposed to play a dumb character, so that's what he is. Hey, Anzo, how's it going, sir? Nice of you to join us, or join me, should I say? I'm by myself in here. I'm just going over everything. Kind of what I feel about the DCEU, and how I think it's pretty much dead. I don't think it's coming back. We're going to get it for another 2 more years, but with everything that they got already in production and actually filming, so. But and it's kind of sad because I want DC to be up there with Marvel. I really do. Because I actually like more. I'm a big Marvel fan, don't get me wrong. But I like the DC characters. I like Batman. I like Superman. I like the Flash. I like Green Arrow. I like, I could use a good Green Lantern movie, and just, some of the villains were better. And, I was a big superpowers fan when I was a kid. So I grew up with DC as well. And to be honest, I wish they would ever give us fucking a Man of Steel too. Superman is your most marketable character that you have besides Batman. I understand Batman's your golden child. But why is it so hard to say, okay, here's a Man of Steel 2. Let's have him fight Brainiac. Let's introduce Supergirl in that movie. That is not fucking hard. But yet, Warner Brothers don't know what the fuck they're doing over there. So, we don't get good shit. you know, it bugs me, I guess. Instead, we're going to green light now a Blue Beetle movie. I guarantee you that Blue Beetle movie ain't gonna have nothing to fucking do with DCU. It's gonna be its own little fucking thing out in the middle of nowhere. Because that's just the way Warner Brothers is. So, but I mean, we haven't seen anything on Black Adam. I know it's done filming. So Black Adam, I think, is the first one that we're getting. Then we get the Flash. And then Shazam, I think, is later next year as well. I know they're pushing Aquaman for, I think, December next year. With them filming that one now. And the thing is, like I said, they're going to go off and do their own damn things. These directors, they're not giving a fuck about what DCU is because they don't have someone in charge to fucking keep them that way. So Onzo says so if you guys are watching, Onzo says he's gonna have a watch party for it at 10. If I want to jump in, I don't know. I might. We'll have to see if I'm gonna how much later I'm gonna stay up. I got everybody out. Everybody's in bed. Once everybody gets to bed, it's like it ain't much longer before I'm knocked out myself. Because once I'm alone, then I just start getting tired. I swear, if I lived alone, I would probably just work, eat, and sleep. I mean, it's just that's the way it is. So yeah, I might swing by. And how many times will that make it, Onzo? Like 5, 6? But like I did state earlier in this video that I actually enjoyed it better the second time around. The jokes, like I said, landed with me better. I think it was also because of the company that was with me. You know, my wife was with me. She watched it. She enjoyed it. Um, she's just like me. Um, I just didn't like Starro. I didn't like Starfish at the end and everything. And then see, just putting the invite out there, bro. I understand, and it is 5 times. Wow. See, I can't watch it, and that's 5 times, and it ain't even been a week yet. That that right there tells you love this movie. So, but oh, excuse me, let me drink here real quick. But damn, now I don't forget what I was saying. Oh shit, damn. But it was good. I did say earlier in the stream. I don't know if you heard me, Onzo, but I was gonna say that I actually enjoyed Harley better in the first movie than I did in this one. Only because I liked Harley's. In the first one, she felt more like Harley. She didn't feel like she was like an okay Harley even in Birds, but um, it was just. I don't get me wrong. I liked still her role and everything, but yeah. Oh, it was Starro. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was talking about. The big fish or big starfish. But no, yeah, I didn't like. My wife didn't like. It was just too corny. Here's a big starfish. I know it's a character in the comics and everything. But it just that didn't land with me. I was like, okay, now it's just out there. The rest of the movie was very, like I said, I enjoyed actually better this time around. The movie, I got some of the jokes better. I actually missed, I think, the scene where I remember where Peacemaker and Bloodsport were going through and they were killing people and where he's like, it's badass unless it's badass or how he kills people and stuff like that. I seen all that, but I didn't see when they came in when with Flag having tea. I didn't see that part when I originally watched it, so I got to watch that and I thought that was funny as well. The Juju Man comes in. The Suicide Squad is my favorite DCU film. I'm going to see it again in IMAX. Oh, that might be actually pretty good then. Also, if you guys are just joining me, did state that I will be doing a um, new ranking of the DCU films. That'll be my Wednesday video. Because it's been a while since I did one, and we've had like 3, 4 movies come out since then. So it's going to be an updated version of it, and just kind of where I feel. So I'll have the new Suicide Squad in there ranked somewhere, just depending on where. I'll tell you right now. Aquaman is still number one, but that's a spoiler for number one. It has always been my favorite out of all of them because for me, it's always been rewatchability. Can I rewatch it? So, and that'll be what my top 10 is going to be based on. Excuse me. So, Anzo comes in. There was something I missed right before Starro dies. He says he was happy in space looking at the stars. That one statement had me feel for Starro. Yeah, the thing is, and you got to think, that's what happens to a lot of, you know, things. Some things are at peace where they are, and then, oh, we think it's cool, so we're going to take it and experiment on it, and just so yeah, it's going to piss him off. And the thing is, he sat there and stated he wanted to fucking destroy the city. He didn't say nothing about destroying the world. He wanted to destroy the city, and because he had been there for 30 years being experimented on, so yeah, he was fucking pissed at that fucking city. He was going to level it. And that's all he wanted, you know, that we can guess. That's all he wanted. And who knows if he would have just took, okay, well, all humanity sucks, and then try to wipe out the world. So that could have happened. But yeah, he was happy in space and wanted to be in space. Um, and we took him from it. But that's what, that's what we do here, apparently. Um, I agree. I believe the movie, it has a lot of deep parts in it. Because, like, you have certain scenes that were kind of reminiscent of the first one. Like, you know, Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2, how they were, basically on each other and everything. How he looked at hers like a daughter, like his daughter and everything. We see where Peacemaker, he's just wanting peace, and he'll do anything to get that. He's just doing what he feels is right and necessary. So that's the reason why, of course, Waller can manipulate him and say this is for the greater good, and the reason why he became the villain in it. One of the villains in it, plain and simple. Just yeah, there was a lot of, you catch it. Like I said, the first viewing, I fell out of it. I was like, this movie ain't that great to me. I'm not really feeling it. But then, you hear people, that's when you go and you listen to a couple of reviews. They catch things that you didn't catch before. So when you go back and rewatch it, you're like, oh shit, that is pretty. I get that now. You catch it better. And the same goes even with the jokes. Like I said, I felt I caught them better and kind of chuckled a little bit more at them and that's another thing, when I had my wife with me, when she's sitting there and she can laugh at them, and I'm like, oh, okay. And, I didn't catch that the first time around. So, that's, you see that when you see it the second time around. Intelligence Cycle comes in. Sup, Chris? Hey, I'm glad the jokes landed right the second time for you. For me, I don't know where this will rank as for me yet, because I'd enjoy Zack Snyder's Justice League, Man of Steel, and Wonder Woman 2017 a bit more. And that's the thing. I had to sit there and I had to think, okay, where am I going to put this movie? Is it better than this movie? Is it better than this movie? So I was trying to figure out where I'm going to put it. And so you guys will see that, like I said, Wednesday when I pull that out and show that. So I don't want to give too much away of it, otherwise you wouldn't watch the damn video. Plain simple. No, that's what you guys. But yeah, I decided I would do an updated ranking. I plan on actually doing an updated ranking of Spider-Man films too after No Way Home. I know it's been a while since I've done one of those. I'll eventually will do an updated MCU one as well. Just because I don't know if I had Far From Home in there at all. I think I did it right after Endgame. But you just an updated one. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, So, Intelligence Cycle says didn't go and see it in theaters. Watched it at home on HBO Max, which most everybody did, which is why it flopped and it was butchered. As far as the DCU is, this being a failure and the box office falls on WB's head. It it does because they forced it on HBO Max. I mean, it's plain and simple. That's the reason why this movie bombed in theaters, because it won another one. It wasn't marketed very well, and you're not going to market a great R-rated movie. You're not. You're going to have the adult fan base, which is what most people like that like this film. They're going to like it. Yeah, it's R-rated. That's what we want. But as you see, it's not. It's not bankable. R-rated might be better in some things, but it's not bankable. Studios don't want that. And like I said at the beginning of my stream, I don't think we're going to get as many R-rated movies anymore. I really don't think so, because you lose half of your audience with that. You do. And then it's just like I said, HBO Max really butchered the fuck out of this, because you could watch it. There was no extra fee. Because yes, if it was like the Black Widow, where you had a $30 fee on top of it, yes, my ass would have went to the fucking theater and watched it, because I would have went and checked it out. Now, the problem with that though is I'd have watched it in the theaters. I'd have came home with mixed feelings about it. I would not have had to been able to give it a second chance to watch this movie and see did I like it or not. Get a better feel for it. Instead, I would have had to wait 3 to 4 months before it came to where I can get it on stream, and then by then it's worn off. Or I'm like, okay, I didn't really care for it as much when I first watched it. Why would I want to? I'll rewatch it when I first buy it on on VOD, but it's HBO Max killed it. Actually, I know this was the last movie on HBO Max that I even fucking cared about, so I'm gonna probably end up actually cutting off my HBO Max here, I believe, next week, because there's just nothing out. I mean, I'm not a big Dune fan or anything like that, so and the only next one that would probably interest me would be Matrix, and that don't even come out till December, so I can wait till almost January. Excuse me, sorry. But all everybody who's coming into the stream, by all means, put a comment in. Let's get talking. I mean, send a super chat if you want. If you guys feel y'all want to send one of them, I'll keep it up a bit longer if you got send in one of those. But we'll talk about anything. I'm not going to stream too long. I just kind of want to get on here and see how doing a stream random like this is for me and everything, because, like I said, I wanted to talk about how the DC, I feel, is they're hurting. They're hurting bad. Like I said, we're going to have it for at least a couple more years. Couple more years of this, because they already got 4 movies in that are filming right now, but they're not interconnected. They're not interconnected whatsoever. So who knows? We'll find out. And everybody keeps saying, the Flash is going to rewrite everything. Well, you're still going to have Black Adam. You're still going to have Shazam. You're still going to have Aquaman. So, and I don't think they're communicating between each other, saying, hey, we're doing this over here. What are you guys doing over there? We want to make sure this is cohesive. Yeah, that's not happening. They don't have a Kevin Feige. So that's not happening whatsoever. But like I said, I wanted DC to succeed. I wanted a better, good. Henry Cavill did a great Superman. I'm not the biggest Ben Affleck fan, especially of him as Batman. I think he plays a great Bruce Wayne, but I'm not a big Batman fan of him. But I would love to see Matt Reeves as Batman with him in it. Which, there's been rumors that they're still talking about it, still talking about him coming back and doing that Batman. So we're gonna have like a multiverse Batman's going on, because Robert Pattinson, we don't even know where that fucking movie gonna place or do or whatever. I know it's supposed to be its own thing, but who knows what that fucking movie's gonna stand. So yeah. And then, like I said, we got Flash. We ain't getting Green Lantern any fucking time soon. That's for sure. We're getting a Green Lantern series. It ain't gonna be fucking connected to any goddamn thing. So, I mean, it is what it is. The Juju man comes in and it says it's a shame when movies like this fail as it starts the ball rolling on not making more films of its kind. There should be variety when it comes to the arts. The thing is, right now, superhero movies are still very, very popular. I mean, they're all over my fucking feeds and still and shit. I know it has to do with what I like and everything. It comes up on my feeds on Facebook and stuff like that. But superhero movies are still fucking popular. It ain't like they're dying out. I mean, because I seen somebody say, "Well, is this the end of since this movie only made 25.5 million, 26.5 million, or whatever it made? Um, is this the end of you know comic book movies because Black Widow is a failure in MCU standards, basically, because it didn't make $1 billion and we're in a fucking pandemic still. I mean, we got a new strain of the fucking virus and everything. People gotta learn that, you know, movies ain't gonna make what they used to. It ain't gonna happen. They are gonna have to go in and start making movies for less. That's what's gonna have to happen because we're still in the process of it. You can see where they're still in the process of learning what to do, how to do things. I still think, and I said this from the fucking very beginning of the pandemic. This is what needs to fucking happen for us movies. If you want your movie to make money, you release that movie in theaters only for a month. 1 month. That gives you 4 fucking weeks to make your money. Then you release it on VO, or then you could release it where you can rent it at home. Because I do now see that feature now pop up where you can rent it at home. So you wait, if you really want to go see it, you can make it in those first 4 weeks. If you're one of those ones that, like, okay, I can wait a month just to be safe, I'll stay home, and then I'll rent it at home. And then in that third month, then you release it where you can buy it on VOD, Blu-ray, all that kind of shit. That is the best solution because, I mean, that way you make your money in the theater. You have 4 weeks to make your money in your theater. And for most movies, that's when they make their most money. Because you make the bulk of it on the opening weekend, and then you make about half of that the second weekend. And then, about third weekend, fourth weekend, you're already starting to dimmer even more down. So it just makes it makes sense that way. I can understand. It's just, I don't know. And let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comment box. That's just my opinion on what I think should happen. But I'm going to go ahead and put in a 10-minute warning. I'm going to go ahead and get off here in about 10 minutes. Just because, like I said, I don't want to go too long, and it's just me. In fact, I'm already over the time for it being just me, because I only like keeping it at 30 minutes. But I want to give you guys some time to, if y'all want to throw in a super chat or a regular chat, anything y'all want to talk about on this subject or any subject you guys want to talk about. I believe in the last one I did, I had random asking, have I seen the Cobra Kai trailer, which still haven't. So hold on 1 second. I'm drinking it. Oh man, but yeah, it's like I said, it's a shame. I enjoyed it better the second time, better things in it, but it failing this bad in theaters, all it's going to make them do is say, well, we didn't make money on it. We're done with this. They move on because that's all those big people up in the WB they care about. They don't have people like me, people like other YouTubers that I've seen on YouTube, or anybody in the fan base alone. They come up with this shit and don't know what the fuck they're doing. They think every damn thing is a good idea, and they throw it. They throw it at the fucking wall to see if it fucking sticks, and that's not the case. So, I mean, not all that shit works like that. So, oh man, sorry, faggots. But let me know what you guys think. I really want to know. In fact, I don't see where I have anybody left in the stream, so I'll go ahead and end it now. If you're checking this video out later, just let me know what you guys think. Leave it in the comment box below. And until next time, that has been an episode of Movie Buzzer, guys. Thank you.